Hi there. So today I have a blend door, temperature blend door that isn't working properly. This is a 2012 Hyundai Sonata, and the blend door on the driver's side is not working properly. So what happens when you get into the vehicle and you are trying to turn the heat on? The heat doesn't work unless you turn it all the way down, then it comes on. Now, a couple years ago, this vehicle is about 10 years old, so maybe 5 years ago, the blend door had stopped working and it wasn't cooling properly. So what I had to do was I purchased one and I couldn't get it on properly. This is what it looks like. So I couldn't get it on, so I had to take it to the dealer and they just inserted it a bit better. So this is what tends to go bad on them. All right, I believe this item is the same on, I purchased this from Rock Auto. This was the part number, and I believe it's the same on the other side, but for some reason the driver side one is the one that gives me the problem. So I'm going to take it out and replace it, and hopefully that fixes the problem. I did take it to the dealer the other time and it cost me about $150 in labor, and I did supply the unit. So I'm just going to try doing it myself this time. The hardest part is fitting your body under there to get it to work. So what I had to do was to take off this cover plate. Alright, it's held in place by some clips that go into these areas. So you just kind of pull it out, and the part to replace is under, let's get a bit of light. It's right there where I'm pointing. So that's what needs to be replaced. So I need to take off these screws and pull it out, and then disconnect the connector as well, and then put the other one back in. So like I said, it's pretty hard to get under there. So that might be the hardest part of the job, but yeah, I'm gonna change it out and let's see. Okay, so I had to take a pliers, one of these tools, and just pull all of these connectors out because I need access to that screw. So this is a module under here. This module here, and I had to remove these connectors so I could see that screw. Okay, so I got all the screws off. Just remember, the screw you want to take off, there's this old one, this new one here has two holes here. The hole you want is the top hole, right, the one I'm pointing to. So when it goes on, it's a top one you want to screw it into. So it just pulls right out, and then you need to disconnect the connector. Okay, so when you disconnect it, just check and see if it's similar. This one has a hole in it, this one does not, but it seems to, everything else seems to line up okay. So I'm just going to remove this piece and put it onto this. You just pull it off. And then put this one on, and then reassemble. Now to get this piece to line up with that piece, you're going to have to turn on the ignition and just turn the dial until it turns, so you can get it to line up properly. Alright, so that's another step. Alright, so there's a pin here on the hair that needs to go into this arm, and there's a hole here, so that's what you need to line it up to. And then you need to make sure all the screw points are connected, pushed in as far as you can. Okay, so there it is. So I just put the ignition back on. I'm just going to turn the knob. Turning it back to cold. Alright, so I think that's it. Don't forget to put all these connectors back, and then you could test it.